Here we are at my Montrose, Colorado, Western Colorado studio today, my home studio, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. A few clouds, the smoke, not much smoke from the wildfires we've had, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you my plein air outfit. Okay, let's go over here and I'm going to show you some of the things that I've got. Here's a milk box that works great for just putting the stuff in. You can get these down at Walmart. I've got some odorless mineral spirits, rags, and my paint brush. I'll put in there also. Here's paints for when I'm painting watercolor. I brought just a Rubbermaid container. Cardboard box for my oil paints, nothing fancy here. They sell all kinds of stuff that you could use. I've got a variety of kits that I'll go over the setup for each. Here's some black gloves. These are kind of important probably. Water, variety of tripods, kits. Now that water would be a container for if you're a watercolorist, and we'll get to that. I'm going to do oils first, and then here's a water bottle. That's pretty important for drinking purposes. What I've got also, this is just a folding camp stool, or chair I should say, and a metal table, folding, drawing and sketching materials in that back down there. This is the Julian French easel. This is the full easel. It is extremely versatile, extremely heavy, probably the heaviest of the outfits that I've got. But you see an awful lot of these out there. A lot of people use them. Little toxic waste trash bag, paper towels. One of the things that is great about this easel are these compartments. This is a drawer that closes up. My brush pot. Clean my brushes out with. Let me put that up here. There's a brush container there, a little carrier. Now, you can this particular setup has these trays that you can put your brushes in. Since they're all falling out, I'll just demonstrate that. So you can carry all that in there. More brushes over here if you want it, or I've got a variety of odds and ends. Here you can, for my watercolor, a sponge, but you can put tubes of paint in there, would be the idea. Then this panel holder is also deep enough, see if you can tell, it'll work for canvases. Those of you who paint on canvases, I use panels, and this all goes up or down. So here you can see just from my panels, these are just some masonite gesso covered panels that I make, and they work for me. They're cheap. But this here will adjust and very awkward to set up, but once it's set up, once you get used to it, once you do it a lot, it's not so bad. If this is not doable for you, let's take a look at another outfit that I got. This is my open box M kit, and it's kind of old school when plein air painting kind of became popular, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago. These guys are in Cody, Wyoming, and they seem to be, at the time, were kind of the gold standard. There wasn't a whole lot of people making these kits for artists. Unfortunately, they're no longer in business. So what I'm showing you here is not something that's available today unless you can find a used one. And that's primarily why I'm showing you this. Because if you can find a used one, these are great. So this kit is a Pelican box. And within it is your palette, which you'll mount on a tripod. Brushes, you can put some paints in here, a brush tray that will go on there, and a panel carrier that can be adjusted. This is the 11 by 14 size, which only means that's as big as I can paint on it. It'll only accept 11 by 14 panels in the carrier. I can put as large as a 16 by 20 canvas or panel to paint on. Let me set up the now these palettes have a tripod mount. There's a whole variety of mounts available. You have to get the mount that is for your tripod. This was a Monsanto tripod, and this is the mount that they use. These have been all over the world. That is much simpler, much easier to set up than the Frenching. In my panel, there's spring-loaded clips right here that we can adjust to fit the size of panel. Then we can take our brush tray these will mount on either side. Couple brushes and a palette knife or whatever else you might want to have handy. brush cleaning pot. You can hang right here, take a little. If you're in an environment that you're worried about this spilling on the ground, then what I do is I just set it up here in the corner. My paper towels. I'm ready to paint. This is adjustable. You can adjust these legs on the tripod to where you can sit if you would prefer. It's what I've been using, my go-to. I've used this for probably 15 years. This is a Josh Bean day tripper, and I got it. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I think for purposes that I'm going to demonstrate, this is probably my go-to for both watercolor and oil painting, but we're talking about oil painting right now, so I'm going to focus on that. This will take a canvas or a panel, and these slide up and down. I'm figuring out how to tighten everything down as it does on the French easel. I'm just not a big fan of the way the palette sets up, and it could be more operator error than anything. But when I'm sitting down, I use this setup in the studio in the array, and this just drops down a little more than what I care for, but I think it's probably just a matter of getting used to it. It's a great system, and I think I can get used to it. And again, I have my brush holder here. My pot I can either place here, or you can use one of these little bungees and set it up out of the way, and my paper towels, bag. But in the meantime, I just attach it here. And again, you're ready to go. Now, one of the benefits, all of three of these setups, I can carry a wet painting home on, and with this particular setup, we'll say that's my wet painting here. I can reach behind here the little knob and undo. This is a different tripod mount than what the Open Box M has, but now I undo that and I've got a wet panel carrier, and I can just fold this up and take it with me. Or, as I often do, go ahead and leave this attached to the easel. Take this stuff off. Close that up. I can put this in my backpack. Fold up my tripod legs and just carry this with me like this. All of this will fit in a backpack with the that's the best way to carry this setup, the Josh Bean setup. The Julian easel, French easel, is self-contained. It'll fold up, which I'll show you here in a minute, and you can just walk away with it with painting on the outside carrier. This setup, the Open Box M, as I mentioned before, take all this apart, and in the Pelican case there's space for the wet painting right there. That can be adjusted. I've got it set up for 9 by 12 panels. It can be set up for 8 by 8 10s or 11 by 14s is the largest. So there's supposed to be a little screw and plate that goes in here that holds this in position. But we're going to close our drawer. And we'll fold up our legs, and our wet panel can go right here.